Howdy y'all, it's Chris with Show Up Fitness, favorite trainer of the belt buckle. Today I'm here to help you pass the Nasm-cpt. If you don't know who I am, in 2019 we helped more than 300 people pass the Nasm-cpt. I taught NASM for over 7 years when I was a teacher at the National Personal Training Institute. I now have my own internship here in La Jolla, San Diego, and then also Los Angeles. And this is the in-person internship, but we also have an online now. And the online is for those that cannot come to the in-person, the hands-on practical aspect. About 50% of my students are Nasm-cpt. They find us through YouTube, online, and the unfortunate thing about NASM is you don't get the hands-on. And so today what we're going to do is I'm going to teach you how to pass the Nasm-cpt. So right now I have my Show Up Fitness hat on. When I have my Show Up Fitness hat on, I'm going to be a straight shooter. I'm going to tell you about all aspects of kinesiology and movement because that's my background. I'm a certified strength coach, CSCS with NSCA. And when I have this hat on, there's no BS. I'm going to make fun of NASM. It is what it is. But when I put my other hat on, the NASM hat, that's what's going to help you pass the Nasm-cpt. So for example, Show Up hat on right now. 1 to 5 reps is strength, 6 to 12 is hypertrophy, 12 plus is endurance. Put your NASM hat on, they're going to call it stabilization. So, just remember, Show Up hat, ready? NASM hat. All right, so we got the NASM hat on now. So when this sucker's on, you need to go exactly off of what I say. You will pass a Nasm-cpt when you put your NASM hat on and you focus on this little turkey because everything is geared towards the 6th edition CPT. So how do you get NASM certified? Before you do this, I want you to think a little bigger and do a little research. Today when people talk about research, what we do is we go to the first page of the Google machine and we click on the first link, my link, and I'm so smart I did all my research. When was the last time you went to the 5th page on Google, the 10th page? When you do your research, let's be honest, it's pretty lazy. You find the link that you want to find to confirm your bias, and then you read that information. All of a sudden, you're a scientist, apparently. So I'm going to teach you guys a little bit about NASM first. So, NASM hat off. My hair could be a little messed up. But this is just to look at who owns them. Ascend Learning. So you can check them out. Let's see, Ascend Learning. They are a industry-leading online learning tools that help people sustain their careers, blah, blah, blah. They help people get certified. And NASM is under their umbrella. They're a publicly owned company. I think in 2018, they generated over close to $400 million in revenue. So if you didn't do that research, do you really know what you're buying into? My last little question, okay? Put the NASM hat back on. All right, time to pass NASM. Let's get through it. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the NASM certification. So NASM webpage, sorry. Nasm.org. Now just look at how beautiful this is, and they're really, really intelligent with all that money that they have. They're going to get you to commit to a long term. So 30% off. You have payments for a year. We have the certified nutrition coach, all this fun stuff. So what you're going to do is you're going to begin by becoming a personal trainer, enroll in a program. So they're going to have a lot of options for you. Now, the self-study is $55, you have the premium study $76, $97 a month, and then you have the best value, which is the $15.39. So, let's take this sucker off real quick. If you look at this from a business perspective, it's smart. You have a big one, you have a small one, they want you to go right to the middle. So my suggestion is if you want to pass an Nasm-cpt, self-study, cheapest one, don't get any bells and whistles, because what NASM is going to do is they're going to give you a study guide that's way too comprehensive. They're going to tell you everything from 1 to 20 and everything in between. Imagine going to your professor in poli-sci, like, hey, professor, I was sick this semester. Can you give me a study guide on how to pass this class? They're going to give you everything. I'm like the teacher's aide who has an in with the professor because we're drinking buddies, and I have the study guide, and I can tell you exactly what's on it. So NASM wants you just to get the most expensive one. I want you to pass it. So the best thing you can do is you get our study guide. Sure, I'm going to pitch our product. It's way better. We also have the online, which is full-time, and you're going to get videos that help you train and spot people that you don't get in NASM. But you're here to pass the Nasm-cpt. So What you're going to do is you're going to enroll in one of these programs. And then what they're going to do is they're going to send you an email, and you're going to get all access to their portal. So depending on which one you choose, I've had students that have unfortunately done the 1600 plus one, and they're going to give you all these ins and outs. It's very sexy, the business accelerator, gym internship, recertified for life, really, really smart. And so you don't need to get that stuff, even though my Nasm hat is on. Just get the basic one, and so now you are signed up. So you're going to get information. You're going to have a 6th edition book. So what you're going to do is when you go through that book, use the study guide to help you understand that material. Generally, it's going to take you about 3 months to go through the textbook and understand the material. So once you've picked your program that's right for you, you will also need to get your CPR to be able to take it, because what you will do is you'll sign up at a, what do they call it, a proctored location. So here in La Jolla, you type it, you on the website that you'll get from Nasm, you go in there and you'll sign up at one of their locations. You'll go to a center, you leave them all your stuff, you go in there, you can't wear a cool hat like this, and you'll take the test. It's 120 questions long, and they give you 2 hours. When you take the test, you will be given some preliminary questions to make sure you understand. There's 4 questions. So they're going to ask you a question. So for example, chapter 6, they love everything from chapter 6, 7, and 14. So focus on those a lot. More than 60% of the exam is going to be 6, 7, and 14. They may ask you a question such as, you're doing the overhead squat, your arms fall forward. Which of the following muscles are overactive? A would be latissimus dorsi, B would be rhomboid major, C would be supraspinatus, and then D would be your rectus femoris. So your lats would be overactive, they're going to pull you down, and that would be something that you click on that answer. Now Nasm wants you, for their OPT model, which is going to be chapter 14, you know all the acute variables from how many reps and sets and all that stuff. So in chapter 14, I have a YouTube out there that you need to really review so you can understand the acute variables. So for example, phase 3 of the OPT model, which is hypertrophy, which of the following is the suggested tempo? Is it 4-2-1? B, is it 1 by 1 by 1? Is it C, X, X, X? Or is it D, 2-0-2? 2-0-2 would be the right answer. You need to circle that and you move on to the next one. You focus a lot, 6, 7, and 14. 19 and 20, you will see some stuff. So, what else do we need to look at? The register, what it's like, how many questions, 120. Once you're done with the Nasm-cpt, then you are certified, and if in California you need to work at a gym, you have that piece of paper, you can then go to an Equinox, a Lifetime, a Crunch, 24-hour LA Fitness, and you can begin to train there and get your experience. So to pass the Nasm-cpt, 6, 7, 14 is what you really need to focus on. They're going to have a lot of study guides out there, but they're not optimal. And now let's take the Nasm hat off. Okay, so you got to ask yourself, why are you getting the Nasm-cpt? It's the most respected. According to who? Now, did you do your research? Today in class in La Jolla, I had my students reach out to personal trainers and ask them some questions, do an interview. How many trainers have you interviewed? And ask them how much they like the industry, where they see their company in 3 years, what are some opportunities or suggestions you'd have for a new trainer. What's the best certification, A, but also B, would you suggest an internship certification or going to school? So what happens is you will go through the Nasm-cpt and you will pass it. Like I said, over 300 people in 2019. It's a piece of cake in my opinion. I had a student today, 30 minutes he took it in. I need to take it this year again just for fun. I might just get blacked out drunk and go in there and see how quickly I can take it. My record was 22 minutes. Let's see if I can beat it with 4 shots of whiskey. And so it's a piece of cake to pass, but you don't have the practical aspect, which is really, really important. So let's take, for example, our internship in Los Angeles. We have a student who's graduating on Thursday. Here's what his final is. We have a client who comes in, he's never met him before. He doesn't know that the client is 68 years old, retired lawyer, and he's in decent shape. So this trainer needs to be able to go through a PAR-Q quickly, ask him how his body's doing, quickly assess coronary artery disease, movement incompetencies, and take him through an hour workout based on what he wants. How do you get that through Nasm? you have to realize what the average trainer does, they get that piece of paper and they think now they're qualified, which is so far from the truth. Just because you're certified doesn't mean you're qualified. You need to go through some type of practical experience like we have at Show Up Fitness, because it's going to allow you to get the hands-on experience. So when that trainer is done, he's ready to work with people. He's already been training people. And that, we're working on business and developing his online platform, also his presence on social media, whether it's TikTok or Instagram or YouTube. We help him be successful long term. The service side of things, giving your client a hand up, getting him a towel, water. Here's the Nasm trainer when they pass their test. I'm Nasm certified. Oh shit, what do I do now? I don't know how to program. I've never trained anyone. I barely know how to work out. Good news, we're gonna get on a stability ball and we're gonna balance. Uh-oh, my client didn't get results. They're not gonna sign back up. Well, I better go get another certification. Let's get the CES. Oh, there's a bundle. Let's get the PES. Let's get the WLS. Let's get the FNS. Let's get this one too. Let's sign up for all of them because more certifications are better. Fast forward 9 months, $4,000 in debt. I have no idea how to train. I'm gonna find a new profession. So the average trainer that goes and gets a certification quits within about the first year. And I'm not just picking on Nasm, I'm picking about certifications in general. I've worked with people who've had a CSCS, the top of the top, that's what I have. They still don't know how to work with athletes because they never taught it. So we're changing the industry one student at a time. If you got your Nasm, don't get your panties or jockstrap in a bundle. You're picking on them. No, I'm educating you. If you are offended by this video, you're probably one of the reasons why you're not going to be successful long term. Do you have a fixed mindset, which is you're the victim, pointing the finger and blaming, getting all huffy puffy? Or do you have a growth mindset? So you know what? There is more out there than this association. It's called Nasm. There's ACSM, which American College of Sports Medicine. I'm not talking about their certification. I'm talking about the coronary artery disease risk stratifications. NSCA, I'm not talking about their certification. I'm talking about their material when it comes to the needs analysis and looking at bioenergetics and different aspects. So you need practical experience. If you look up Eric Cressy, love him. He is a fellow UConn alum. Go Huskies. And he talks about today the screen that he's doing on one of his athletes. And he says that you're not going to learn this in a textbook. You got to practice it. And you got to get in the trenches. So many trainers today come in with a false expectation that just by getting certified, you're going to be ready to start training. And it's so far from the truth. At Show Up Fitness, we want to help you be successful. And that's why we're here in La Jolla, Los Angeles. We have classes from 10 to 15 people, 4 days a week. If you can't make one of those, that's all right, do our online. We have a more reasonable one, which is $50 per month. We have a $100 one, which includes the study guide. The study guide will get you to pass the Nasm. Additionally though, you're gonna get access to quizzes. You're gonna see me and other trainers for Show Up Fitness training people, which is so huge because have you ever shadowed someone? Have you ever seen what a personal training session looks like? Probably not. So again, at the end of the day, and once you meet me, it's always funny because people, I feel like I'm a celebrity, I blow my ego up, I love it. I meet them, I go, oh my God, you're the guy on YouTube. And at first I was a little, not gonna lie, I was a little butthurt because you were talking so bad about Nasm. I have my Nasm-cpt, but in person you're just completely different and you're looking out for my best interest. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. You have to kind of stir the bee's nest online. That's what you gotta do. You gotta get people upset, and if you're upset, get over yourself. No emotions, no feelings in business. You gotta keep on thinking with that growth mindset. And don't go seeking more certifications. Seek out those with the experience that can help guide you and give you a mentorship to tell you, earlier you're doing some renegade rows. Why were you doing those? Oh, I saw you doing a stability ball squat with a curl and a press with your client. Why? Why were you doing Bosu ball burpees? Let's talk about that. It's not saying you're a terrible person, you're going to go to hell. One of my trainers today doing Bosu ball step overs with the client. We talked about it. There was application for why he programmed them. And that's what we're here for. So hopefully you like this video. Leave a comment. Go to showupfitness.com for more information. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and YouTube. Patreon, we have our online personal training internship. Patreon.com/showupfitness. Favorite trainer in the boat, bucko. Make sure to go get Nasm certifications. Have a great day.